Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Hoping everyone is doing good. Today I'm going to share with y'all a very delicious vegetable lasagna dish. Lasagna is an Italian dish, and though this is a little lengthy process, I'm going to make it as easy and quick as possible. So let's go ahead and see what all ingredients we're going to use and how we're going to make this delicious dish. So to make the lasagna, the vegetable lasagna, we are going to need the lasagna pasta. This is the lasagna pasta that we're going to use. This is like one ribbon of it. So we're going to cook this in this boiling water. So this water we brought to a rolling boil, and then to this we are going to add the pasta. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and add. You don't need to salt the water because there's going to be a lot of salt in the seasoning. Now once it starts to cook, it's going to wilt a little bit and we're going to push the rest of it inside. So I'm going to take around these many. All right, and we let this cook. Until then, in this pan I've taken some olive oil. This is the one, and then I'm also going to take 4 cloves of garlic that I'm going to finely mince, and then crushed red pepper. And you could use red pasta sauce, but I have taken a can of diced tomato and green chilies, and to that I've added a little bit of Cajun seasoning and a little salt, and I'm going to make a paste out of this in the blender. And the other ingredients that we are going to use are, this is a mix of baby kale, spinach, and Swiss chard. These are red and yellow and orange bell peppers. I'm going to take half an onion. There's some Italian parsley right there. And this is zucchini. And these are baby bella mushrooms. And I'm going to take around 5 or 6 of these. I'm also going to use ricotta cheese and pepper jack cheese. You could use any cheese of your choice. And I'm also going to add some basil pesto to this. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop all these, and I'm going to put the pan on, and once the oil heats up, I'm going to add the chopped garlic and the red chili flakes. So the greens that we are using are, this is the packet, this is the power greens. You could use any greens of your choice, but this has a mix of baby chard, kale, and spinach, and this you get in Costco. These are super healthy greens. All right, so that, and this is Italian parsley that I have taken a few out right over here. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop all these vegetables. In the meantime, the pasta cooked, and then we were able to fit all of that in the pot. So the pasta is now done. It's been around 7 to 8 minutes. So you don't have to completely cook it because it's going to cook with the dish itself when we assemble it with the vegetables and the cheese. All right, so I'm going to take it out in a plate. So here we have chopped all the vegetables, the mushrooms, the zucchini, the red, yellow, orange bell peppers. This is the spinach, Swiss chard, kale, and then the onion, garlic, parsley, and then we pureed the tomato with the Cajun spices. So now what we'll do is we'll put the pan on, and we'll leave it on medium. So we're going to let this brown. And then we're going to add maybe just a little sprinkling of this as per your taste. Okay, so garlic is nicely cooked. You get this nice aroma. At this stage, we're going to add our onions. Just give it a nice mix. All right, so we are going to now add all these vegetables to it. and also the spinach. Now all of this looks a lot, but when it cooks, it will all reduce in size. Make sure that you are not adding too much salt, because the pasta sauce has the salt, and the cheese has a lot of salt. So always be careful with the amount of salt that you add. So it's been 5 minutes, and see how much the vegetables have wilted and reduced in size. All right. So at this point, I'm going to add some Cajun seasoning. Okay, this is the McCormick's Cajun seasoning. Now, if you don't have this, you can add paprika, 1/4 teaspoon, and salt and pepper to taste, and whatever spices you have on hand, like cumin and coriander powder, even those will taste really good in this. So you don't really have to have Cajun. So this is around 1 teaspoon of Cajun spices, and I'm also adding basil pesto to this. Okay, so this is around 1 heaped spoon of basil pesto, and then one more I'm going to add. So 2 spoons of pesto. So pesto is basically a chutney which is made of basil leaves, and it has garlic and pine nuts and olive oil. And if you don't have those pine nuts, you could even substitute it with walnuts or something like that to make this. Alright, so I'm just going to now add the red pasta sauce that we had made earlier. So again, you can add the ready-made pasta sauce, but I'm just going to add this over here and cook in the vegetables. I'm leaving a little bit out here just for the assembly. Alright, so I'm just going to let this cook for 10 more minutes. Mix it well and let all the vegetables simmer in the spices and the salt. Alright. So after 10 minutes, the vegetables are cooked, and then the whole milk ricotta cheese, we've taken a cup of that with a little bit of salt to taste, and take a fork and just whip it up. So at room temperature, it's much easier to do that. So this is easy to spread when we make the lasagna. Also, we've chopped the parsley right here, and these are the other cheese that we are going to add, the pepper jack. And also now what we are going to do is the lasagna pasta that we had cooked here, we're going to start assembling that with the vegetables and the cheese. Okay, so for that I have taken a oven safe dish, and then I'm just going to add some olive oil to it. You can just use regular oil. I'm just using a spray of olive oil, and then just go and just spread it out nicely. This will make sure that all the vegetables don't stick at the bottom when we are baking this. All right, and then we are going to heat up the oven at 350 degrees. All right, and then we are going to bake this for 20 minutes. So while the oven is getting hot, we are going to start assembling the lasagna. So we're going to take our vegetables, and then we're going to make a nice layer at the bottom. Nicely spread it out. See how beautiful and colorful this dish looks, and it is a very healthy dish, and the kids also love this. So on top of this, we are going to add the ricotta cheese. Just spread it out. And then we're going to put some parsley, and then some of the other cheese we're going to. This is a pepper jack. You can use any shredded cheese of your choice. Pepper jack has a little bit of chili pepper, so it's slightly spicy. It's very delicious. And sprinkle that. Now on top of this, we're going to add our pasta. All right, so when it starts cooling, you want to make sure that you're going to separate these out, otherwise they start sticking to each other. So just separate them out in a plate like this. The sauce that we had made, the pasta sauce, I'm going to put it on top of this. So this is, we had kept a little bit of it when we were adding it to the vegetables. All right, now on top of this again we will add our vegetables. Dip this pasta in this nicely so it gets cooked very well. Now you can make one more batch with the remaining of pasta that we have outside, but for this much, add the rest of the ricotta cheese to this. I'm just going to use this so that it spreads easily. I'm doing it with one hand, so holding the camera with the other, so a little bit of juggling here, but that's fine. I'm going to add the pepper jack, the parsley to it. Sprinkle it with the Italian parsley, and then we're going to add the Romano cheese. This is optional, it just gives a very nice flavor, and this is more of a dry cheese, so it kind of gives a little toasty breadcrumb like feel, so you can even add breadcrumbs at this point. So I'm also going to add some breadcrumbs to this for an added crunch. So just a sprinkling of this, around 2 tablespoons. It goes in the oven at 350 degrees for 20 minutes. All right, so we'll come back and check on this. So it's been 20 minutes and our lasagna is ready. We kept it for 20 minutes at 350, and after that I kept it for 5 minutes at 400 degrees. So total it took 25 minutes, and look how beautifully the cheese has baked and browned, and also the lasagna is now completely cooked. All right, so we're going to take a slice out and see how it. All right, now we're going to slice the lasagna, and I'm taking a pancake flipper, so anything which is kind of flat and sharp is a good utensil. So let's go ahead and take a piece out. And if you let this set more, all the sauces will nicely thicken up in this. All right, see how beautiful this lasagna looks, and it's all ready. All the vegetables and the pasta and everything is nicely cooked, and the cheese is nicely browned. All right, so this is our lasagna. So hope you liked my vegetable lasagna recipe. Do like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with more fun cooking and makeup and career tips. Till then, take care, be safe, have fun. Bye-bye.